I've gained the quarantine 15. Help. Any advice? This is JJ Virgin, 4-time New York Times bestselling author, celebrity nutrition expert, and fitness Hall of Famer. I've been on a lifelong quest for answers to the toughest health questions. And now I'm sharing what I found with you. Welcome to Ask the Health Expert. Marcy12 from Instagram says, JJ, I've gained the quarantine 15 and more, and I'm really struggling to get back to my pre-quarantine weight. Any advice? Hey, JJ here, and I am fascinated by weight loss resistance, everything that can get in the way of you losing weight and cause you to gain weight. And I believe that with quarantine 15, there are a variety of reasons that you could be struggling. And I'm going to cover this question. I can't just answer this question in one answer. So I'm taking it over all week. You're going to be hearing me address this. So stay tuned. I'll be right back with the answer. You know you're supposed to get a good night's sleep, but it's just not happening. Maybe you struggle to fall asleep, or you just can't seem to stay asleep. I get it. I struggled too, which is why I created Sleep Candy, my delicious, chewable sleep supplement that's a powerful combination of L-theanine, melatonin, 5-HTP, inositol, and B6. And good news, because you're a listener, you get 10% off your order at jjvirgin.com/sleep candy while supplies last. Just enter the code SLEEP, all in caps, at checkout. All right, it's the last day of the Quarantine 15 Diet Takeover week. This week we are talking about exercise because, again, when they were looking at, why are people gaining weight during the pandemic? What's going on? And one of the big things that came out were that, was stress eating, more drinking, and lack of exercise. And, I know for a lot of people, they're used to walking all over the place. They're used to going to the gym, and all of a sudden it's like shut down. Now, here's where we're lucky. We are so lucky that now there's so many opportunities online to be able to work out, and even if it's just with your own body weight in a very small space. So the first thing that I want you to think about is if your gym is still closed, if you're not able to move around much, we've got to figure out how to be able to do it. And it's one of the things that I've worked on my whole adult life because I travel so much and just never know what you're getting into when you travel in terms of what you're going to have access to. So I've learned to be able to make a gym out of just about anything, anywhere. But why is exercise so important? I always say that if you want to start to lose weight, the first thing you really want to focus on is diet. It's the one that makes the big shift. It's the biggest initial shift. But then if you want to keep that weight off long term, you've got to have exercise involved, because if you do not have exercise involved, you could end up being TOFI, thin outside, fat inside. Exercise is really important for what I call changing your body's interest rate. When you exercise, you do a couple different things. You get your body's fat-burning enzymes revved up. You deplete glycogen, the muscle stores of carbohydrates. They're like your energy stores in your muscles, so that you have a place to put carbohydrates when you eat them again. You improve insulin sensitivity, so your body has lower insulin responses to food, to the blood sugar response to food, because your body can hear it well. It's more sensitive to the message. So you don't have those bigger insulin responses that have insulin up higher for longer, which locks the doors to fat cells. So you can't burn off stored fat for fuel. So insulin sensitivity is super duper important. And of course, high intensity interval training, or burst training, which is a key part of my fitness regimen, teaches your body how to handle stress and recover, but it also raises growth hormone. It gets your body to have to expend more calories recovering from the oxygen debt you create. And it also helps you burn more fat afterwards because of all the oxygen debt you're creating during the exercise. Now, along with that, is resistance training. And resistance training is another one super key here because it helps you build muscle, and muscle requires more energy to stay on your body. Your body has to do a lot of work to repair and keep that muscle in place. So it helps your basal metabolic rate. So HIIT training or high intensity interval training is going to help you have a better metabolic rate during and after the workout, and a lot longer after the workout than, say, if you just went for a walk. I'm not saying don't walk. I think that's a big key part of moving more is just moving more throughout the day, but you got to put in some HIIT training and to get that metabolic rate pushed up. And then you want to do the resistance training to have a better metabolic rate all day long, plus bonus points that helps with insulin sensitivity, and it helps you build better bones as well. So what we should be doing here that's super important during this time and all the time is make sure that you're not just tracking your weight. You're making sure you're also tracking what your weight is made up of. So 2 things to look at there is doing a waist to hip measurement. Key point here is if you're seeing that over the pandemic or any time you're gaining the majority of your weight around your waist, that's when you got to go, what the heck is going on? Is this stress? Cortisol is happening? Is there something going on with my insulin? Do I have something going on with my gut microbiome? What is going on here that's making my waist increase more than anything else? And you want to monitor your body fat. If you find that during this time your weight's gone up a little bit, but your clothing size has gone up a lot more, you just got fluffier, you probably gained more body fat, which weighs less than muscle mass. So we want to make sure that as you're tracking your weight, you're tracking what that weight is made up of, and you're moving to having lower body fat and higher lean body mass, because that is better for your overall long-term health. There you go. This is JJ with Ask the Health Expert. I do this 5 times a week, so make sure you never miss a show by going to subscribetojj.com.